On February 19, Finance Minister Heng Swee Keat delivered this year's budget. First off, our report card. Singapore's economy picked up last year. GDP grew by 3.6%, up from 2.4% in 2016, exceeding the government's forecast of 1% to 3% at the start of 2017. Singapore saw good productivity growth and real median income for Singapore citizens rose by 5.3%. But the country also needs to prepare for three major shifts in the coming decade: the shift in global economic weight towards Asia, the emergence of new technologies, and the aging population. Just like planning for a road trip, the money in our pocket must be able to sustain our expenses for the trip ahead and weather whatever comes at us. This is why Singapore needs to build on its strong fiscal position now and plan ahead for the future. Here are some key takeaways that affect you. The government plans to raise the goods and services tax by 2 percentage points, from 7% to 9%. This will happen sometime from 2021 to 2025. The exact timing will depend on the state of the economy, expenditure growth, and existing taxes. The increase will be progressive and there will be help to cushion some of the impact. From January 2020, GST will also be implemented on digital imported services, including video and music streaming services, apps, and online subscription fees. Overseas suppliers which have establishments in Singapore do not need to pay the new tax. The new GST will also cover imported services for businesses here, such as marketing and accounting services. The proximity housing grant is getting enhanced. Families buying resale flats to live with their parents or children will now get a $30,000 grant, compared to $20,000 previously. The grant amount for families buying a resale flat to live near their parents or children will remain at $20,000. Singles aged 35 and above who are purchasing resale flats to live with their parents will receive a grant of $15,000 compared to $10,000 previously. Singles who live near their parents will now get a $10,000 grant. For existing HDB households, there's something for you too. Service and conservancy charges rebates will be extended for another year. Still on property, the top marginal buyer stamp duty rates for residential properties will be raised to 4%, up from 3%. The new top marginal rate will apply to the portion of residential property value which is in excess of $1 million. The change will apply to all residential properties acquired from February 20th. Getting in the CNY mood, the government will be sharing $700 million of this year's surplus. Sorry kids, only adult Singaporeans will get a one-off SG bonus HONGBAO of $100, $200 or $300 based on their income. From April 1st, 2019, levies will be increased for foreign domestic workers that are employed without levy concession. Monthly levy will be raised from $265 to $300 for the first foreign domestic worker employed without levy concession, and from $265 to $450 for the second worker employed. While the levy concession of $60 for households with young children, seniors or persons with disabilities will remain the same, the qualifying age for seniors will be raised from 65 to 67 years old. From 2019 to 2021, GST vouchers or USave will be increased by $20 for eligible HDB households. This will help to cover the additional electricity and gas expenses as a result of the new carbon tax. But this carbon tax mostly concerns businesses and applies to facilities producing 25,000 tons or more greenhouse gas emissions in a year. Just as Whitney Houston sang it best, the children are our future, and an increase in education support is in the works. From January 2019, the annual EduSave contributions by the government will be increased from $200 to $230 for each primary school student, and $240 to $290 for each secondary school student. The MOE Financial Assistance Scheme will be enhanced with the annual bursary quantum for pre-university students raised from $750 to $900. So, looking ahead for this road trip, on the horizon we're looking at increasing expenses in healthcare, infrastructure and security. Being prepared for what's to come means laying a good fiscal foundation so that the country can go where it needs to go. And who knows, we may have a little extra for those cup holders.